What do you do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you a 3 looks 1 palette featuring the 50/50 Makeup Autumn palette. I was really happy and excited to get this palette in the mail after they relaunched it. It's really cool. You know, I never actually took the time to look at the cover. The cover has jack-o'-lanterns, acorns, fall leaves, spider webs. That's cute. That's really actually cute. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing with this during my first impressions, and I knew this was one of the palettes that I really wanted to get to in January to do a multi-look video for you guys. I was able to do it today and I'm very happy. If you're wondering what order this eye look is, this is my 3rd look. It's a little much, but you know, I had to do it for the one time. So if you're interested in seeing the 3 looks that I created using this palette, let's just get to it. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to bring you my first look. I felt like doing extra today, so I did. And we're just gonna leave it at that. So I first need to find my brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eye with the MAC paint pot. This painter pot primer situation, it's not very sticky at all. So if you prefer a sticky base or a tacky base, this is definitely not going to be it for you, in my opinion. It's kind of more of a milder tack base, but it works. So I'm going to continue to use her to get my use out of her. First shadow that I decided to play with today was Blood Moon. So I'm going to put this all in my crease. I'm going to try and keep this like directly in my crease and not go too high, not go too low, because I am going to build off of this shade for the rest of my crease. But for all intents purposes, this is where I am starting, and I am packing the shadow into my crease area. And just to make sure that it's nice and pigmented in every aspect of this area. And that looks pretty good. Then what I'm going to do is take a very small blending brush, and I'm just going to blend the outer edges of this shade with the shade Poison. Don't think you guys can tell, but this is like a green with brown with it in it. So it's like a off green, like a pukey green. And I'm going to use that just to blend the edges of that redder shade. And it's not going to be a very apparent transition area shade, but it is going to be there, which is what I wanted it to be. And I'm just going to take some of Poison and just go right around that Blood Moon as well. Okay, so you can see how that just slowly blend. And what I love about this brush is that it really just blends out that actual edge, so it just looks so much seamless. If you have a problem with blending, I really would recommend just picking up 1 or 2 of those. There is a Morphe dupe. That one happened to be the Sigma equivalent, but the Morphe dupe is not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it ain't bad. Then what I did is I took a smaller, well, bigger than the previous brush, blending brush, and then I went into the black, which is Book of Shadows. And what I'm gonna do is first start off putting the shade pretty much on my lid. I find that this is the step where I generally just like completely mess it up. So I really tried my best today to really focus on where I'm applying the shade and how much of the shade I'm actually applying. So I started with just packing it right on my lid. As you can see, it's mainly on my lid and I haven't really started to blend. Then what I'm going to do is just tap off my brush and just start to use this actual brush to blend her up. Now, in my experience with my other eye, it did blend up, but also the intensity of the black kind of went away. Now it looks like your girl went a little bit more intense on her black application on this eye, which isn't terrible. We're just going to try to really keep the black from overpowering the red, because I really want that red to shine. So I'm going to go into that really small blending brush that helps you to blend out the shade that you're working on, but not to continuously move up in your eye look, if that makes any sense. And so I'm just going to work on just blending out those edges where they are, because they've kind of risen to kind of the height that I personally want them to be. And this is doing very, very good. Yeah, this is pretty much where I want it to be. Let's go ahead and build my lower lash line. I'm going to just go ahead and take that black again, same brush. And we're going to go right along the lower lash line. Then we're going to take that same brush I used, Red or Blood Moon, and we're going to put some product on there and we're going to blend her out. Okay, and to blend her out even further, we're going to take the really, really small blending brush, and that's how we're going to put Poison in this lower lash line. Okay, pretty much set. Now what I did is I never do this, but I took my paint pot again and I'm actually gonna cut my lid. Like I said, I almost never do this, so this was definitely interesting to say the least. And I am gonna cut out like a halo shape, so bear with me. And then we're going to take that brush that we had the black on, no additional product, and just blend out those outer edges of that MAC paint pot. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to pick up some of the shade Maze, which is the gold in this palette. We're going to put her on a brush, and because I did not use my NYX glitter glue, I am just going to go ahead and spray my brush. I almost never do this because I almost always use my NYX glitter glue lately, but because of the way I cut my lid, I had to do it this way. So we're just going to put Maze on the outer edge. And then I'm also going to put Maze on the very top as well. Okay, then I'm gonna flip my blush over and go straight into Pumpkin Spice, and we're gonna spray my brush again. And we are going to apply Pumpkin Spice in the middle. And this is pretty much the finished look. The only thing that I need to add is my inner corner highlight and my eyeliner. For my inner corner highlight, I just decided to use my face highlighter today, which is my Chaos highlighter. And my lower lash line eyeliner, I'm just using my black. So I'm going to do both of those really quickly, and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. And yeah, so far, I mean, this palette is still killing it. I'm still really liking the color scheme and the variety of shades. I really like my eye look today. I know if I was able to put lashes on, they would set this look off, but I'm not able to. So we're just gonna keep going past it. The only thing that is kind of different and unique to this look base wise is I'm using my Flower Beauty Balm Blush in Cinnamon. This is pretty much basically non-existent or nudie on my face, which is what I like about it. So I've been using this here and there in certain looks, and that's pretty much it. If you're wondering where my earrings are from, I will have them linked down below. Same with my necklace. And let's get into look number 2. Alrighty guys, look number 2 coming your way. And I'm living today. Okay, so I've already primed MAC Paint Pot, and I'm going into the shade Poison. You guys knew from the moment I opened this palette, I told you guys Poison was my favorite shade. So you should have known that this was going to be a shade that would probably be in all of my looks in this multi-palette video, or multi-palette. I keep saying that, in this multi-look video. And I am just really blowing this shade out all in my crease. I'm going to make sure it's just everywhere. I'm also going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. Same brush, blowing this shade out really low. Okay, next we're gonna go into the shade Hallows Eve, which is the brown, and we're gonna start to deepen out my crease. And I really like this color combination. I'm not gonna hold you up. I like this palette in general. I'm really enjoying this formula as well. And I just wanted to deepen out that green all throughout the outer V, inner V, everywhere. So I'm just gonna take my time and do that. And when I need to, I'm just going to go back in with that original brush. And blend. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Quick and easy thus far. Really nice blending. You could stop here. But when have I ever stopped here? So now I'm going to go into the shade Book of Shadows. And I'm using that same exact really small brush that I used yesterday for this same shade, just to deepen out my whole outer V and my crease. Alrighty, so we're just gonna go back with each respective brush. With this look, I'm not gonna hold you up. Between the brown and the black, I could be bothered very little if they blend together or if the black overtakes the brown. I could be bothered very little about that. I really don't care. I just wanted really nice depth in the Poison shade. And both shades provide that. So that's how it is. Okay, so that is what my crease is going to end looking like. As always, I'm going to take a flat brush, NYX glitter glue, and I am going to cut my lid and prepare it for my shimmer shade. Alrighty, there we go. There, now we're in focus. So shimmer or NYX glitter glue laid down. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Decay, which is the duochrome in this palette, and we're gonna lay that all over my lid. I'm also just going to take a bit of that on the tip of my lid brush, or my shader brush, and I'm going to put that on the lower inner part of my lower lash line. Just so that, ooh child, a little got in my eye, but we good. We're going to blink it out, blink it out. Then we're going to take a fluffy pencil brush and we're going to go into the shade Maze, I think. I don't know. Pretty sure it's Maze. We're gonna leave that alone. And those are all of the shadows that I put on my lid. Very easy, very quick look. You guys know how your girl rolls. I am just going to take the time to put on a Suva liner. Today I used this shade in Fanny Pack. I really do enjoy these Suva liners. I just don't always get the time to use them. So I am gonna add just a wee bit more water to really activate this baby a little bit more. Add my liner. In my waterline, I'm gonna add a shade that's pretty much my pencil equivalent, which is the LA Girl Neon Shockwave liner in the shade Gotcha. So I'm gonna add those together. I need to finish up my cheeks and my lips, and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. This is look 2 of 3, and I am still loving this palette. I really like how I created this look. I love how the eye look is so grungy, and then I added that bright neon eyeliner to it. I also love the combination of my lips. I'm enjoying life currently right smack. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this palette. I will be doing one more look tomorrow, and then tomorrow I will be bringing you guys my full thoughts, but like I've clearly already told you guys my thoughts today. So let's see what I do for look number 3. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to bring you my third and final look using this palette. I am just going to go ahead and prime like I've been doing lately with my MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. Something different this time is I actually primed my lower lash line today. No real rhyme or reason why. It just happened. And so I went with it. And yeah, we look a little sloppy, but it's gonna be alright. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that excess product off my brush and just start to blend that primer a little bit so it's not as harsh. And let's go. So first what I did is I took the shade Chestnut, which is kind of the lighter true brown in this palette, and I used that pretty much as my transition shade. So I really just wanted that to help make the real crease shade blend easier. I don't do this very often, but when I'm playing with black, just because I'm not a professional and I don't think I have the best blending skills, this is definitely a step that I make sure to do. And in this look in particular, I also think it just looks cool because you just get like a hint of that brown on the tip of the black, and I just think it looks nice. And once again, it just helps to blend that primer into my base overall. Now I'm going to take that exact same brush that I used, which is a really fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into Book of Shadows, which is the black, and this is going to be the main shade in this look. So when you're doing this, if you're recreating this, just take your time, pack that shade on, and blend her out. I am going to keep a majority of the shade and the pigment on my outer edge, and then slowly blend her up and in. Then lower lash line, we're just going to take that black, and we're just going to blend her out slowly. Now, as you can see, it's not perfected in all the areas, so I'm just cleaning off that blending brush, and we're going to go back into Chestnut and blend those edges more. Now, if you don't want to do this, or if you want to blend in a different way, of course, do it your way. But this is just kind of how I did my look today. I really wanted to use that Chestnut shade. And of course, you don't have to bring your lower lash line as low. I've said multiple times, I do not mind a very low lash line. And it bothers some people. It just doesn't bother me. I just don't care. I may clean it up a little bit with this black, though. Let's see. This black might be trying to play me just a little bit, but it's okay. So, you know, I think that looks good to me. I actually like that. So we're nice and blended, nice and blown out. Then what I'm gonna do, NYX glitter glue and flat brush. This time I'm not gonna make a very dedicated cut of my lid. I just want to add this as a base for my shimmer shade. So I'm just gonna tap it all over my lid, and I am gonna tap some into my crease area, my inner crease area, because I do kind of want to blend her in that area. We're going to take that same brush and blend outer edge. Then we're going to take our lid brush and we're going to go into the shade Gourd, and we're going to apply that on our lid. So this is what it's looking like pretty much. Then we're going to take a small pencil brush and go into the shade Pumpkin Spice. And Pumpkin Spice, lightly used, is a really nice inner corner highlight. And that's what we're going to use it for today. And that's pretty much the final look. What I need to do now is do my liners. In my waterline, I used Melt Cosmetics Baked, and I used KVD Vegan Beauty's Tattoo Liner. And then I'm just going to throw on my Monsieur Big on top of all of that. And I will be right back to show you guys the finished and final look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. And yeah, this is the finished look. Like I said, feel free to abbreviate it, change it however you feel fit. If you like this look, if you like kind of the idea, it's a very simple look. And This is a simple but very, very nice palette. I like the formulation. I like the color scheme. And yeah, I really, really like it. So let's break it down just a little bit for you guys. This is the first time that I've tried this brand. First time I reviewed this brand. First time of everything when it comes to this brand. The mattes, I really like that not one matte overpowers another, in the sense that they all are different shades and they all can be seen very differently on your face. Even my complexion, I really like how drastically different the two browns are, and I like that you get the choice to use a brown to deepen out your look or a black to deepen out your look. I know a lot of people either love or hate blacks, especially the way I applied it on my lower lash line today. The girl looks a little dead, but it's okay. Did that help? Probably not, but we're gonna go with it anyways. So like I said, I really like how each matte really holds its own in this palette, and you really get the option to deepen out your looks with the browns or the black. When it comes to the metallics, they're not necessarily drop dead gorgeous metallics. I really think that they hold their own and they're really nice shimmers, but they're not as foiled as I would have hoped. I'm not gonna hold you up, but because of that, this makes it a very wearable, very everyday palette, which is needed in my opinion in everybody's collection, even mine. I find that I may have a very similar color scheme, but when it comes to the palettes and the metallics, they are foiled straight up goodness, whereas this is just a really nice palette, very nice shimmers. I think the shimmer holds its own. It's definitely not sparkling to the gods, but it's not doing a bad job, and because of that, I really, really like this palette. I really, really like this formula, and because the shimmers are not stupid ultra metallic, it will work on a lot of people with a different age range. You're not going to only be able to use this palette if you are in the younger 20s, which your girl ain't no more, the higher 20s, the 30s. You know, people with older lids are going to be able to wear this type of formula, and it's not going to look crazy on their eyelids, which is really, really nice. Like I said, the pigmentation is really good. The blendability is really good. I really like this palette, and I really like the formulation. I think looking on their website, there's like maybe 1 or 2 palettes that I am interested from this brand. I also want to check out some of the other things that they have. I know they have, I think they have highlighters. I think they have maybe blushes. If they have bronzers, I know I'm not even going to try and play myself. I know this brand is not going to have a bronzer that's going to be my skin tone friendly, which is unfortunate, but you know, they are a smaller indie brand. I would of course always love to see every indie brand have at least a bronzer in my range so that I can try it out and test it out for you guys and for myself, but it's just not always feasible. So yeah, I like it. I would recommend it. I'm happy I picked it up. I got quite a few looks out of this palette thus far. I will of course have my first impressions down below for you guys in case you did not see it. That first impressions happened during my Swagmas videos. That's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Do I? I don't really know. Check out down below if you're interested in knowing the rest of the stuff that's on my base. It's pretty much the same base that I've been wearing for the last, I don't even know how long, except I wore today both of my freckle products. Can you guys see them? Sometimes I put them dark enough that you guys can see them. Sometimes I don't, so yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, y'all, Black lives do matter. Please remember to wear a mask and stay safe. I would love it if you guys would like and subscribe after watching this video. If you would like to see more content when it comes to 50/50 makeup or just indie brands in general, this is your place for a girl and for you, for everybody. I need to stop talking. I will see you guys in my next video.